know what I'm saying? Because when I look at it, yeah,
Mm.
it's like with Antony. When I used to watch him play, yeah, for Ajax, yeah.
Mm.
When I used to watch him play for Ajax, it's Ajax. It's very difficult because the Dutch league is like it's night and day to the Premier League.
Mm.
Do you know what I'm saying? But every time I watch this, he doesn't even look like scoring, bruv. You know, like that. It's not even, bruv. He doesn't even look like it, bro. Man is saying, hold on, Sancho scored more than Grealish in
You
the
got
league
Morgan and
6 was
Grealish, you know that much.
he got, but that means he got more than Antony as well. Yeah, look, bro. Sancho got 9 GA and Antony got 6, bruv. What? Do you see what I'm saying? Like, do you know what I mean? And that's crazy, bro.
The
My
first thing
man
when
was
it
in
comes to
Holland for
Antony,
3 months, bro.
Yeah, the first thing I feel like when it's Antony is that everyone praises the work rate and he tracks back, and it's a lot of that stuff. It's not what he's really doing on the ball. And for me, right, and I'm not trying to come for Antony because I know it's his second season, but while I'm watching him closely, is that if you're signing a player for, I'm manager United, yeah. Flawless is my assistant, and Rants is my main scout, yeah. We're all working together. And Rants like, this player is good. He's been cooking up in the Dutch league or whatever. No matter what it is, right? If I three in the dugout together and we sign someone for £90 million, whatever it was, despite your work rate and your tracking back and stuff like that, you're expecting a 100 million. I know it's not his fault, by the way, but a £90 million player to have an impact on games or do something that warrants his major contribution. Like Jack Grealish, by the way. Grealish weren't cooking in his first season. And we was all like, yeah, do you know what, 100 million? But look at this season. Grealish, he doesn't score bare goals, but in terms of the way City play and what he's contributing to the team, in terms of attacking phase, keeping the ball, doing all that, you can accept it because you know the other man.
I'm glad that you doubled back on that, because it's one of them things where I think as football fans we need to stop looking at the price tag the way to be why we're criticizing players.
Nah, it shouldn't be.
I'm criticizing Antony, yeah, because even if he was 40 million, yeah, he's someone who starts week
he's still not doing enough
for Man United, and he's not doing anywhere near enough.
And that's why I'm on him, Rants. That's what I'm saying. Despite even being £100 million player, me and you would be like,
even if he was a £30 million player,
even if he was 30, that's what
we'll
I'm
be
saying.
Like, yo, bench him, bro.
That's what I was coming to, and that's why I said I'm watching him, because even if he was 30 million or 40 million, he's still not shown enough for me in the attack in terms of that. When I look at the other rivals around us, we're looking to get top 4. We're looking to get top, compete for the title in the next 2 years. If I look at even Spurs, right, I've got Heung-min Son on my left. I've got Kulusevski on my right, who's a left-footed player like that. Look at his contributions over Antony. Kulusevski cooks in the Premier League. He's good when he's on form.
Yeah, last season, not so much towards the end because he had a bad injury. But before the injury, like
bro, he's consistent. You got Saka on the right-hand side. I'm thinking the other wingers there. I think Chelsea are going through that rebuild phase, of course. You got Salah there. Then on the right, you got Mahrez for City or Foden. Like when you look at us, Antony, you need to step up if you want to be hitting the bars of the competitors around us. What we're aiming to go for. Yes, our squad might not be good enough to challenge for a title, but in terms of what our aims are under Ten Hag and what Antony's been brought in to do to help us do in the next few years, is to be up there competing with these top 6 right wingers in the Premier League.
Yeah, well, you mentioned it there in terms of it was his first season, second season. It's like, all right, you have to deliver.
Yeah,
I've seen enough in terms of his first season, in terms of the fundamentals. But yeah, you need to step up, not only on the eye test, but also the stat test as well. Your goals and assists wasn't enough, and your performances individually and for the team is not enough as well. It's about, and if he doesn't step up, I'm looking at him how I look at Sancho now, where it's kind of like, I can no longer defend you. Because it's like, you haven't performed. You know what I'm saying? So it's kind of like how it's all about, if you perform, I'll defend you and go, you know what, fair enough. You put up, because even if you're in a poor team, you can still put up performances. You can still put in performances where you go, all right, the team was bad, but you was a standout today. You've seen that happen before, whether it's at our team or other teams, where teams have been performing overall not well, but you can, such and such was good today. I'm saying, look how many games last season where we didn't play well, but we'll go, you know what, Martinez was on point today. He was very good today. Casemiro stood out today. These men we're talking about are talented enough to do that. But obviously there's other factors in regards to the manager, how he wants to play, players around him, etc. But yeah, with Sancho, like I said, that's the only place I can see him personally succeeding in this team is centrally. And I think the 10 role is gone now with the signing of Mount. So I think it's just a false 9.
It'd be interesting. I think, like, bro, when you look at our team right now, if we do sign Højlund, and Mason goes out on loan, everyone's gonna get bare minutes, bro. You know, like that. Everyone's gonna get bare minutes, bro. Like, obviously, there's rumors of Mason going out on loan. So then you got Ahmad, you've got Rashford, you've got Sancho, you've got Antony, you got Garnacho, and you got Martial 6, who's never fit. So we'll leave him out. You know, like that.
Nah, so man, don't worry about us, Martial gang.
No, so like, bro. No, but I'm just saying, bro.
I might have to go for the pillow. Man's gonna do.
No, but everyone's going to get minutes, bro. You know, like that.
It's true.
Everyone's going to get minutes, bro. Everyone's gonna have an opportunity to contribute. You know, like that. So, bro, listen, I'm not really too fussed about positions and all that, bro. When you're on the pitch here, you just have to deliver in it. Like that's where we're at now. When you're on the pitch, you have to deliver.
And
like,
that's my concern with Sancho is I only see him delivering centrally. I don't see him playing out wide and delivering. I legit don't. I think it's only central he's going to, in particular, in the way we're trying to play and the personnel we have around him. We don't have players to people saying, and we all know this, he's a give and go player, he's a link up player.
Yeah, don't have them to be fair to him though, if we had a striker that was making goal orientated movement, to score goals like Erling was when he was playing, because you look at the assists, bro. I think 50% of Erling's
he got a lot of assists.
It's a lot of slip-ins.
Because when you've got the ball, and you know that your striker's gonna go, Jaden's smart enough to do that. We don't really have a player of that ilk.
We definitely don't have
a club in it. Like when he gets the ball, he doesn't really have an outlet in it. So who knows? We might get a striker in, and all of a sudden he starts getting assists. We don't. I hope so. It's all speculation. The one thing I'll say about Antony is he's not a creative player in the terms of looking for passes like that. Do you know what I mean? He's very much cut inside and shoot. Do you know what I'm saying? But he's cutting inside and missing the target. This is what worries me. Do you know what I mean? That's the main thing that worries me, because I like what he gives us going back that way. But when we're in attacking positions, a lot of the time, bro, man's not even hitting the target, bro. You know, like that. So it's like, if you're a creative player and you're not shooting, which Sancho is, he doesn't shoot very often. That's one thing, innit? So I believe a striker might make that better. Well. Yeah, go on.
Who do you think going into the season is under more pressure, Antony or Sancho?
Antony, because Sancho's English.
Ooh, it's a good one, isn't it? Do you know what? I don't know why I'm on the show floor this year.
Because Sancho's English, because Sancho's English, bro. Yeah, genuinely, like he's English. Man United have brought him back to England. Yeah, I feel like they're both under pressure, but it's one of them ones where if the club have to choose to get rid of one of them, bro, like at the end of next season, bruv, we'll see what happens in it. I think it's interesting.
So who do you think?
Interesting question. That's what I said.
I think the manager would want to keep Antony, but I feel like
but as a fan or like as a general, who's
Sancho?
Under more pressure?
Sancho technically is under more pressure because he's been there longer. Do you know what I mean? But I'm saying the fact that Sancho was a club signing, and Antony wasn't, you know, like that. We'll see, because like, for instance,
a hard one, you know. I don't
think about it this way. Imagine this happened, Imagine we don't have a good season and we end up finishing like 6th or something like that. Yeah. Manager's under pressure, and if the manager's under pressure, so is Antony, blood. You know them ones, because the club brought Sancho in. Like Antony's safe as long as the manager's safe. Like someone asked me, like, what would happen, like if we finish outside the top 4 next season? If we don't make any good signings and we play shit football and we drop out the top 4 with it, the manager's under pressure. I don't care what no one says. I know.
And you know what, Rants? Do you know what? I'm going to say this as well. Yeah. I don't, obviously, if we don't want it to happen, of course, but if Ten Hag managed to finish 6th or 7th, and imagine flawless, Ten Hag got the sack, right? Next minute, Nagelsmann comes in. Yeah. I would say that if a new manager came in, Nagelsmann would keep a Sancho over Antony. I think Antony would be on the chopping block.
That's what I'm trying to say, bruv. Like, bruv, the only thing right now saving Antony is Ten Hag, blood.
Yeah, his bodyguard. That's his bodyguard.
Sancho's under more pressure because it's Ten Hag as manager. But if it was a new manager,
his bodyguard's there. But then again, it depends on the new manager who comes in, what he's trying to play and how he's trying to play and what he's trying to do. But currently with Ten Hag, because I think they're both under the microscope. It depends who you're talking to. Because I'm looking at both of them close. I'm looking at Antony like, all right, you had your first season. I always give players their first season. Like for me to write you off after one season, he must have been horrific. Like dropping 0s, 1s, 2s out of 10s. So I've seen enough where I go, I'll give you the second season. With Sancho, you've been here 2 years. I need to see. I just don't see enough from him, and I think he's super talented. It's not a question of talent with Sancho. I watch him play, and I'm just like, it's just not there. Like I just think it's the wrong time at the wrong club in the wrong league for him. That's why.
Yeah.
I just don't think it is like for Sancho.
I agree.
Like that, because if we were to sell him, where are we selling him to? He's not going somewhere else in the Premier League. Because I think he would cook outside. I've said this. If you sell him to the Bundesliga or he goes Serie A, he goes the Liga, I think he does fine.
Yeah,
I just think it's here. It don't.
Yeah, if
fit.
he went
It
Spain
don't.
flawless, I think
Yes,
he would absolutely.
he'd be
thrive.
fine.
Yeah,
He'd do fine in Spain. 110%. I think.
Oh yeah, he would absolutely cook there, bro. Do you know what I'm saying? Like man said, bro, I genuinely don't know innit, because it's one of them ones where like I'm in a similar boat to a lot of Man United fans where it's like with Antony and Sancho, I watched a lot more of Sancho, like 90 minutes before I bought into the idea of Jadon Sancho, innit? Even though I think that we haven't thought about how we're going to use him. With Antony, I would say 3/4 of the stuff I saw of Antony were on YouTube, and about a quarter of them were in 90-minute games because he spent a long period injured before he came to us and stuff like that. And you know, like when Flawless says, like he sees when he sees Sancho, like he sees the ability and he sees all these things. Genuinely, when I see Antony, I don't know what I'm watching, bruv. Like, no, bro, I don't mean it in a bad way.
I try not to laugh, but sometimes I just got to laugh,
No, but I mean, I don't know what I'm watching in a sense where it's like you're not a creator, you don't score.
And then he starts doing that roll deep shake a leg thing.
It's like you don't create, you don't score, and you don't go past players. Like I'm just like, okay, so what do you do? Like,
do you know what? Do you know what it is, Rants?
One thing he does do, is he keeps possession well, bro.
Nah, he does.
Ball retention is great, but it's like you don't do nothing else, bro.
Yeah, and he's
like,
a great ball carrier.
You play
like
what
it is,
you know what it is on the right wing. Bro.
And I'm not trying to defend Antony because I don't think Antony's been good, and I want to see more like we all agreed on. But I feel like with some players, they're just system players, and Flawless will get it. I don't think Antony's the type of player you could just put in any team and he'll do anything like major. I just feel like once you've got a system, he would then just be great in the system, which is why I'm going to say Ten Hag signed him, because Ten Hag is not signing someone like him for 85 million.
Is 5 goals good enough? Because the thing is,
No,
we
it's
can
not.
argue that we've seen Sancho in a system that works and we've seen him flourish. Like,
it's not.
We've never seen Antony do what we're hoping he's going to do.
Like, it's definitely not good enough.
Player. That's why Ten Hag got him, because Ten Hag got him because he got Martinez as well. He got Antony because he needed to come in right, and he was like, right, I need to try, which he didn't in the end, but I need to try and get my philosophy across as quick as possible. So what are the players that I can get? So we got Martinez and he got Antony because he knows his football and what he can do with his role as a winger. But to be honest, he needs to step up now because knowing the system is one thing.